All right, Paige. Hey, Paige. How you doing?
I'm okay.
You alright? How was work today?
Well, okay, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't... And, like, nothing bad happened. Like, I didn't have a bad experience. Like, no one was mean to me. Or, like, I didn't have, like, a bad customer or anything.
Uh-huh.
But I have never, like, ever in my life worked and gone to school ever. Not in high school. Not in my first 2.5 years of college. Like, and when you're on your mission, you don't have school. So I've never done both. I've never worked and done school. And I am, like, already so stressed out. Like, I'm already, like, I know that's not, like, my issue that I told you about the first, like, session or whatever.
Yes.
Like, I know it's a different issue. That's because I didn't have a job then. So, like, my only issue was, like, I'm not social enough. And now I'm, like, how? Because I'm, like, for example, I'm thinking about this assignment for my client. Like, if that's weird, I know that I'm talking about it. But, like,
No.
I can't even, like, I haven't even been home today at all, like, since I left for class this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I have the tape on Thursday, and then I have to go to work, and then I have to come back from work and try to, like, do the whole paper. And, like, I know it's my fault for procrastinating, and, like, but it is kind of hard because he has to be able to meet, and he hasn't been able to, and that's not his fault. Like, he's busy, he works, too, and has school, and he's engaged. And so... almost been married. And so, you know, I just, like, I was trying to think of just, like, oh my gosh, like, and I really did like work. Like, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like, I liked everybody I worked with. Like, it was super easy as far as, like, working the register goes or whatever. Like, it wasn't, like, the super hard, stressful thing where I'm, like, gonna dread going to work. But it's more like, I don't know how I can do this.
So
like, I don't know how I can go to... And it sounds so silly because everyone here works, and I get that. And so I like, have mad respect for people that work and do good in school. Like, because, yeah, like, I mean, I'm only on my first day, so maybe it'll get easier. But, like, I just don't know.
So, you went to BYU, Idaho before, right? And you didn't work?
Did not work.
Okay, so
at
you were just
all.
going to school.
I was just going to school. It's cheaper. And the thing that's kind of funny is I don't actually have to work for the money. It's not so much about the money.
Mm-hmm.
I just really felt like I needed that experience of, like, working at the PCC. Like, I felt like there was a reason I needed to work there.
Okay.
And I definitely, not like I have so much money. It's like the money will be nice.
Experience is what you're...
For the social experience and for, like, the... Okay, because this is kind of how it went. So,
Okay.
like, the first couple weeks, it was, like, you know, getting into school and trying to get your footing and, like, where everything is, who you're going to be friends with, trying to get your, like, niche, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, once that's established and you have, like, friends and whatever, like, week 3 and 4, I was like, this is super boring. Like, I need more. Like, I have Samoan Club and whatever, but I was like, I need more. Like, I'm not fulfilled. Like, I don't feel like I'm, you know.
Fully exerting yourself?
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? You feel like there's more you could be doing?
I was just sitting at home for a lot of hours, and I was like, you know, yeah, I have homework, yeah, I have this and that, but even still, there was just unfilled hours in my day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I really want to get a job, and I really want to work at the PCC. Like, I really want to do something there. Like, I don't know, you know, and then I got this job, and it was, like, perfect. It's retail, and it's, like, not, like, nasty food and beverage, and it's not, like, you know, like, whatever. Like, a job's a job is a job. But it was, like, right up my alley. I love retail, whatever. And then, like... But now it's, like, back now, but I got hired right around midterms, so now it's back to school being more stressful. I don't know. I know it's all going to work out, and, like, I know that, you know what I mean? Like, I know that I'm going to do whatever I have to do to keep my grades and, like, and keep my job and keep whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'm already, like, I can just feel it, the stress, like,
So you feel your stress level rising?
like, rapidly. Like...
As a result from your job?
Yeah. But the thing is always that it's not so much as, like, a direct result from, like, where I work or who I work with. Like, I enjoy that. That's fine. That 3.5 hours I was at work today, it wasn't like, I hate this, these people are mean. It wasn't anything like... So it wasn't a direct result of that. It was a direct result of that's 3.5 hours out of my day where, 8 of it's sleeping, 4 of it's class, that's 3.5 hours where I can't be doing homework, I can't be studying, I can't, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I just am really afraid I'm going to fall behind in school.
Okay. So falling behind in school. Paige, did you say you've had a job before?
Yeah, for sure. So
I had a job before school or
during the summer.
Okay.
So I'd done summer after my senior year of high school before I went to Idaho, I worked at Six Flags retail.
Okay.
And then summer after my freshman year of college, I worked at Disney World. I did an internship there. And then I've also worked at World Market. I go on a mission. Then I worked at World Market. And now so it's not my first job. It's just my first time ever working and going to school full time. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I worked at World Market, I was taking one online class. But that was nothing. It was like a religion class online. And I could just do that whenever. But, I don't know.
So our issues this week are, do you think one of the issues could be time management and managing time, or would you say your time management is pretty okay?
I would say my time
on
management.
a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say your time management skills would be?
6:30. That's the time you asked that question. I think I actually am pretty good at as far as time management goes. Like, I sit down and I say, okay, right now it's policy, and then I have to go to human behavior, and then I got to do individual practice, and then I got to review for hula or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So numberize. So 1 being like your time management is shot, or 10 being like
you're perfect.
Yes.
I would say I'm a solid 6 or 7.
Okay.
I think a lot of that comes from having served a mission. You learn really well how to plan, how to utilize every hour of your day. And so, it's not that I'm wasting time working. It's good. I can use the money. I'm on loans and scholarship, but the less I use my loan money, the better. It's good that I have a job. It's good for my mental health because when I was just at home, with a certain roommate that we were having, it just wasn't good. And so, it's not that I feel like I'm wasting time with this work or it's a bad idea. I guess in the excitement of I got hired at the PCC, I didn't ever stop and think, how? How am I going to do this? How am I going to work 19 hours? Which seems like such a long time to me for some reason. What? 19 hours?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. It's 3 hours a day. It's nothing. I don't know.
So how flexible is your schedule? Do you have a set schedule?
No,
or?
it's usually though, it's usually anywhere from 4:30 to 8 to 5 to 8, 5:50 to 8, but it's always that last 3 hour block, from 4:30 to 8, anywhere in between that time. I might start at 5:50, but or to 8:30. But within that 4 hour block, it's usually when it is 4:30 to 8:30, sometime in there.
Okay.
At least as far as I can check my schedule. I got an email. I guess I can tell you better. But I think as far as that goes, let's see. It's next week, 5:30 to 8:15, 5:50 to 8:15, 5:50 to 9:45, 4:30 to 8, 5:50 to 8. So that's
And how many days will you be working?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's the only days I have off on Monday.
And is that a set schedule or will it be changing?
I think
weekly?
It changes every week because this is for next week and this is different than the one I have this week.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. So the schedule's going to be a little inconsistent.
But not too much. It's going to basically fall within that 5 to 8 or whatever.
Hours. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is nice.
All right. So options.
So my ideal plan, if I can make myself do this,
okay,
is to get up whatever normal, nothing special, and then go to class, obviously.
Okay.
And I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm done at 2:20. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm done at 1:40. So about the same time every day. About 2:00 if you get out a little bit earlier, a little whatever. About 2:00 every day. I don't really start till 5, so if I could just force myself to come to the library and just do my homework for 3 hours, I'd be golden. I'd be done by the time I go home from work. I wouldn't have any You know what I'm saying? I'd be done.
So immediately after class.
Just go to the library, rent the
Class
books from the
straight to
circulation
library.
desk, sit down with my headphones and just read, or go on the computer if I need to be on the computer, or whatever it is. Because the library has everything you would need to, do your homework if you brought your assignment with you or whatever. And just in that 3 hours or that 2.5 or however long it is, just like sit down and do my homework. And if I honestly did that, I would be in a better position than I am now because I'd be spending more time doing it. Because like right now I spend a couple hours, but if I actually sat down and spent like 3.5 hours on homework a day, I'd be golden.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why don't you think that's going to happen?
Because I can just see myself being like, well, I just want to go home and eat. Like I'm really hungry, or I'm really tired. I want to take a nap, or my roommate wants to do this, or or another thing that's really hard for me is that because I'm in so many social work, like the nature of my classes is there's a lot of reading, but there's not an assignment attached to it immediately. And so if you don't, it's easy to be like, well, I don't have to read this tonight because there's no paper, there's no quiz. But then when the quiz opens, or the assignment's due, or the paper's due, or the test is happening, you're like, shot yourself in the foot. Because if you haven't been reading. So you have to, but it's so hard to stay motivated because you're like, well, who's going to be mad if I don't read this paper? Like if I don't read this first part of the chapter,
So help me understand. So would you say that you rationalize to try and put it off a little bit, or?
Yeah, but I don't think I do it more than I think I'm just a college student. I really think, is it good? No. Do I need to work on it? Yes. But I don't think I have a severe problem with it because I have good grades and I get my work done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like every other college student on this campus, it's like I don't want to do it, And I guess what I'm worried about is if I'm like, well, there's work and I'm tired, and because in the past when I didn't have work, if I went home after school instead of the library, it was okay because I could go home and take a nap, and then I had all evening to do my homework.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I go home and take a nap, my whole evening is work at the PCC, and then where's my homework fit in? So
seems like work's going to be kind of not a different, but kind of we're looking at it as kind of it's taking away a lot of the time that you could utilize, or leisurely time.
See,
so
and
we're kind of looking at because you're going to have to cut out that leisurely time.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like, oh, I can easily get this done, off. So do you think this could maybe help stricter scheduling? You'll feel more productive?
Absolutely. Definitely. I do think that's good. And I think that once I'm in the swing of things, it's going to be okay. Once I've done this for 2 weeks, let's say.
You get that schedule down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I've gotten myself used to, school, homework, PCC, school, homework, and there's obviously some social, some whatever. But once I've got myself used to that, I really think it's going to be a lot easier to man, I don't know. But right now it's so new to me, and it's I'm looking at these numbers and I'm like, that's 4 hours that I don't have anymore, and that, I'm freaking out, and which is
it's kind of that loss of time per se. So I'm gonna ask you a strange question right now. It's gonna be a little weird. So if you went home tonight and you went to bed and you woke up and you had established a schedule, and that 4-hour time difference didn't seem like a loss of time anymore, and you were able to get all your homework done, you were able to go to work, have a productive day at work, and still get adequate sleep and still feel like, how would that look if you woke up the next morning?
That's ideal. That view, that idea that I could, is the whole reason I wanted a job, because I knew, it's so weird, because it's I know through the spirit and just my own personality that having a job is the right thing for me right now. I know that. And I did it because I wanted that. I wanted to be well-rounded working. I wanted to be well-rounded in school. I wanted to be well-rounded spiritually, socially, all of that. But a job was a huge component of that. Because if I didn't have a job, if I don't have a job, what am I doing with those 19 hours? I'm watching TV. I'm reading a book that doesn't have anything to do with school. I'm at the beach, which doesn't have anything to do, you know, I'm sleeping. I'm doing these things that are not productive and are not helping me grow as a person. So I really did it knowing I was going to put myself out there and knowing I was going to, like, not hurt myself, but really have to, like, get out of my box and really go for it. Like, it was no more of this, like, I don't have anything to do. My last class was canceled. It's only 11 o'clock. I'm going to go and sleep all day. Because I've done that before. You know? Like, I'm like, whatever. I don't have any. And it was days like that I really had to look at myself and think, okay, Paige, like, this is not good. You know, you're just not meeting anybody new. You're not leaving the house after 3 p.m. You know, like, you need to do this for yourself. And I did. And I'm glad I did. But because it's so new, it's still scary. And I really think in, like, 2 weeks, if we meet again, I'll be totally, not, like, I'll still have stress and stuff, but I really think that it's just going to take time. But this is, like, because this literally is. This is my first day of work. Mm-hmm. You know, I was, like, on the register, handing people cash. Like, I was actually at work, like, working. And so, because it's, like, the first day, I think that's why it's so extra stressful.
Sorry, I think I might have overstepped. So how would that look? You explain in your own words how that would look if this problem wasn't there anymore.
So I'd wake up like that. You'd wake up.
So you'd wake up. How would your day?
Wake up, go to school.
How would you feel like?
Yeah, like go to class. And then I would feel like super motivated. Like, oh, I got to go do homework now. And I'd go to the library and I'd get my homework done. And I would whatever. And then I would go to work and I would have like a good day at work. And I would, not worry about, because my homework's done, so I don't have to worry about it while I'm at work. I can just focus on work. And I come home and I, invite a friend over and we watch a movie and then I go to bed. Like, that would be your
ideal.
Yeah.
Does that seem realistic to you? Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Could you see yourself?
Yeah. Like, my best self, yeah. Like,
your best self.
The self I want to be, yeah.
So, sorry.
It's okay.
So, what are some steps? So, you already expressed to me focusing 2 hours right after class. Do you think you can maybe commit an hour? Half an hour? Maybe we can start out slow. Because 2 hours, that definitely is a big commitment to just, like, take out your day and just, focus for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So maybe to start out, maybe
like an hour.
a goal we can set an hour.
Yeah.
You think you can successfully do an hour?
Oh, yeah.
So before work, set aside that time. And it's not going to be interrupted by
texting or...
So no phone.
Yeah.
No phone. Hopefully you'll have eaten, because you said you finished class at 1? Is it 1?
1:40 or 2:20, depending on the day.
1:40 or 2:20. And do you eat before class or?
No.
No. So could you eat before you went in to do your 1 hour?
Yeah.
So that totally mindset.
I'm so hungry. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. So that doesn't happen. Okay. All right. So we're gonna commit to that 1 hour. All right. Is there anything else? I know we talked about the social aspect of Culture 9 and anything. How would you say that's going?
That's going good. That's going really good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think you're doing in getting involved in Culture Night, like we had talked earlier? Or even, not even Culture Night, it doesn't have to be Culture Night, just...
Like socially?
Yeah.
Like a 7. Like, I think I'm doing really good. I just, it's just so funny because that seems like to pale in comparison. I'm like, who cares if I'm social? Like, like it seems super less important now. And it is really important. And it still is really important.
Would you say your priorities are kind of like
different?
Changing now. You're like, okay.
Yeah. But I think another thing, like I really do think the reason I was so prompt to get a job is because I think the Lord knew I needed that social interaction. Like, so, if nothing else, a job is really a social thing.
Yeah. Kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
All right.
That one. Oh, I thought went black. I was like...
Oh, no. That's 15 minutes.
Sweet,
right,
wow.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else?
No, I'm good.
I really appreciate you meeting with me today.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. All right, thank you, Paige.
Yeah.
Hold the pose.